table, but
I'll just get something out of here. My little sandwich that I just happen to be keeping in my handbag.
is that funny enough? I've got my work bag here as well, and I've got my breakfast.
Does it happen to be a marmalade sandwich by chance?
It is a marmalade sandwich.
Cheers.
Yeah.
This, of course, is in reference to Her Majesty's amazing cameo with Paddington Bear. Wasn't that just incredible? It was so lovely, an absolute highlight. Should we watch it again?
Let's do.
Come on, then. I'm never going to be able to have a cup of tea without doing that ever again.
No, I know, and just how brilliant was
unbelievably brilliant. Like, I could watch it
timing, great
times.
looks, just superb.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I think it was better than James Bond.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I could just, any time she does anything like that, I just can't get enough of it.
Yeah,
just amazing.
And how was the bus?
The bus was amazing. It was like you couldn't believe what you were seeing. Just like so many people, so much love and affection. It was just magical, and you could every corner, every bend, there was people there, and then the whole family being there, and then Ed Sheeran performing on stage.
How did it feel? Because I would imagine that there was a real buzz went through everything when the Union flag was lowered and the Royal Standard went up.
I know. Well, because nobody knew. Obviously, you don't know. You hope. You think, well, maybe you might get to see something, and then suddenly you heard this roar, and we just turned around, and there was the family on the balcony, and it was. Well, you just felt like you were part of a piece of it. You're seeing a piece of history.
Oh, without
something
question.
It just amazing. Yeah. Amazing. I'm like overwhelmed. I still can't quite believe it. And there
Look
it was.
at that lovely shot.
Here, Ryland. Felt like competition winners. It was amazing. Just amazing. So
the message from the Queen has been sort of heavily edited in a lot of the media.
Yeah.
And in full, it's absolutely lovely, and her message in full is, when it comes to how to mark 70 years as your Queen, there's no guidebook to follow. It really is a first, but I've been humbled and deeply touched that so many people have taken to the streets to celebrate my Platinum Jubilee. While I may not have attended every event in person, my heart has been with you all, and I remain committed to serving you to the best of my ability, supported by my family. I've been inspired by the kindness, joy and kinship that's been so evident in recent days, and I hope this renewed sense of togetherness will be felt for many years to come.
At the end of the show, there she was on the balcony with, as it were, her successor and his successor and his successor. There was the future laid out, but she was such a dominant figure. And on Saturday night, to discover that she is one of the great actresses of our time.
yes.
Her performance was impeccable. It was restrained, and yet it was so real. And when she produced the sandwich out of the handbag, I thought, my goodness, never mind James Bond, Michael Bond, creator of Paddington, has really done us a service, because what a double act they are.
The look on her face when she produced that sandwich was just absolutely priceless. And of course, none of the royals knew that that had been filmed. So exactly like the Olympic opening ceremony when she parachuted into that. They had no idea until it happened on screen before them. So it had been kept top secret. And Prince Charles, Prince William, no one knew.
That balcony appearance, because there are no massive celebrations planned now. I mean, we've had this incredible weekend, which thankfully for most people the rain stayed away. She must have been emotional standing there, surely. Privately emotional. You never see it, but privately emotional. Because, you know, when's the next time you see something like that?
Well, apparently she said on the balcony, because we had a lip reader having a look at it, saying, oh my goodness, this is fantastic. And turned to George and said, have you seen this? So you'd imagine that for 70 years on the throne, she'd be used to a balcony moment, but she's still overwhelmed by it, even at 96.
She said that.
She's just extraordinary. In the film, when she says, never mind, I think that's her attitude to when things go wrong. Well, never mind, we'll cope with these things. And she's managing this transition in a remarkable way. You know, we're soon going to have the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Rwanda. The Prince of Wales is going. She has organised it that he is the new head of the Commonwealth.
They were all there, looking like they were enjoying it. My understanding from Kensington Palace was that they did take last-minute decisions on the children being both in Cardiff, when George and Charlotte carried out their first official engagement, and at the party, just on the basis that, of course, kids can throw wobblies 5 minutes before appearing in such a, high-profile event. And the message that was given to me yesterday was they were there because they were loving every second of it.
These iconic figures. I spent most of the day coping with the fact I was asked to be on the 1950s bus, and Tony Blackburn, who is considerably older, was on the 1960s bus.
What mother hasn't been in a situation where their toddler is sticking their hand over her face?
Great, the little monkey.
I mean, these are real people